Is he going to be here soon, or?
I think this might have to do with the gift for his wife.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. It is D&D. We are one player short, but we're gonna get going with. Yes, she should be arriving. He should be arriving shortly, and we were gonna just head over. Oh, do you want to do the traditional summary of where we were last time, Micro?
Oh, so last time we fought our way more through this cave and fought some bad things in the cave, this water cave, and then we abandoned our canoes, which we have to decide if we want to go get the guys' canoes back. But we abandoned them because we teleported to a room nearby, which appeared to be used by some pirates at some point. And in it, we found a lot of money. We found a trident that seemed to be some kind of like almost ceremonial or at least aesthetic. Like it wasn't like meant as a weapon. It seems a very pretty trident. And we found a cage, a magical cage containing a parrot. And we found rum, a whole lot of rum.
Oh, rum.
Which I feel like we could probably use to pay off, because at this point it's like several like decades old rum. So that's like rum ain't just like wine, doesn't it? Like it gets better longer.
I think it lasts for a while.
Or like whiskey. I don't know. I don't know how rum works.
I know we were struggling to figure out if we could get the keg into our bag of holding. I do remember that conversation.
We ended up having to do a bit of like
rearranging.
We took out some harpoons.
I was gonna say inventory Tetris, but
yeah, I think we're carrying harpoons with us. One of us is.
Yeah, you are.
We don't need harpoons if we've got a trident.
So I think we need the harpoons as proof that we did a thing.
Okay.
I think that's why we had the harpoons, if I remember right.
I don't know. I think we just have them to have them.
Yeah,
I don't even think we
scavenging.
can use them for anything.
Yeah.
Didn't the guy need harpoons or some proof that we took that we like did our job?
Oh, we were scavenging for.
I just searched harpoons in Google, just harpoons, and expecting to come up with D&D stuff.
Yeah, probably not.
I'm an idiot.
So we're getting back our canoes?
Well, the thing is, getting back the canoes would require, presumably, I think reverence, presumably, to put on the ring of, he still has it. He still has the ring of water.
Yeah.
And go in and actually hold them out, because there's no way for us to, we can only get one person in there, and he's the one who's the strongest.
That's true.
By the way, did we find lots and lots and lots of money? Or was that the other game?
I think we did.
No, we found a decent amount of money in the.
700 gold pieces from the chest. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Something like that.
All right. I'm trying to keep my treasure straight. I got all these bills stacking up. Okay. Okay. So we're in this room. We don't know how to unteleport. We're not quite sure.
No. There's an exit. We know that there's an exit that we can see the sea caves from.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I think probably we can just pay to replace some wooden canoes.
Yeah, that seems. Also, maybe
how are we going to make it back to wherever? Like,
I feel like we should probably get we could pay him with the rum. We don't need a cask of
Can we actually make it to wherever we're supposed to be going from here?
Well, yeah, we're right next to it's just like a separate little cave thing that's hidden.
Oh, yeah. So we're attached to.
Oh, at least was my understanding. Maybe the DM can correct me.
This is a crazy question. Yes.
Yes.
What does it look like where we are?
So if you could.
I'm sorry. What was the question?
What is it? What geographically? What does it look like where we are?
We're right next. We can look out of this little pirate hidey hole and see the entrance to the caves, right?
Yes, though you can't, it would take some swimming to get there. You're basically on a little, almost like an island.
Ah, okay.
That is within view. As you look up from where you came out of, you see that it is either magically somehow has been, there's like an illusion there which you only know that it is an illusion because, you just came out of there. It just looks like a rock. It doesn't look like anything there. And as you look around, you can see that there's a whole bunch of these like little islands almost off the coast that all look about the same. So one way or another, you could probably wait till the tide went all the way out and probably walk in and not be any further than up to your waist in water. But it's hard to, or
some of us.
Or, but it wouldn't be terribly, terribly hard. You're not in like. Can
I go back down and do like? Is there anything that indicates that the teleporter is two-way?
You could try go. Yeah, you could go back in and look around if you wanted to.
Yeah, I want to see if there's any like if the teleporter works in reverse.
Okay. So you head back in to the area, and roll an Arcana check for me. Oh, that's pretty
19.
Good. You go over to the area where you came in, and you look around, and it doesn't look like there's anything that is similar as a trigger. If you remember, there was sort of a trigger.
There was the crystal that we had to put light on.
Right. Nothing like that is around here. In fact, nothing that makes you think that, if we could just figure this out, we could do it. It just looks
so it's
like
one way.
It's a one-way thing.
Okay.
Right. Well, then I guess we can just pay off the.
But we still can't make. We're still on an island. Still gotta make it back.
Well, we can pay. I figure we just pay it off, and like you can always send someone else in to retrieve those canoes. Like that would be an idea. Like he hasn't technically lost them; they're still in there, so he could get someone else to get them. So he actually gets double money if he just. Well, we might also have to then pay him for the money for someone.
Yeah.
To cover someone retreat. I don't know. We'll talk to him.
Honestly, we'll get him drunk on the rum, and we'll give him a couple gold pieces for his crappy wooden canoes, and buy me a new wooden shield to replace the one I had to sacrifice, and just give him the harpoons and what he wanted. Just do the job.
I'm sure the harpoons are worth something, at least scrap. What we also need to do once we get into shore is we need to find out where we can get all those gemstones evaluated. And we need to figure out if that trident thing is anything magical.
Yeah, I think we need to be careful who we tell that to. About that.
We need to
find some.
Actually, I need to add that. I need to add that trident to their. I have that in the bag of holding, right?
Yeah, that's right. I've got the kitty. You've got the bag of holding. We need to find some member of the Candlewick Society or. Someone that we can trust to help us out with that.
I always feel like we should go, like the safest thing would be to go back to them. I know it's a long journey.
To school?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really, it took us a month to get out here.
Well, what else? Do you want to go ask someone who potentially
Well, we don't have to tell them what we're doing. We just need a wizard person, right?
Well, when was the last time we met a Candlewick person? Was it the lady who helped us, but then got chased out of the village, the military place? Yeah. Anyone in the Druids had contact at the schools? They're not so far.
No, they didn't.
We could go. We have the.
We could always just go and get it identified, and figure out what it is.
Yeah.
By
magic
I'm sure someone in Skygard would be able to figure it out, and we can just say we found it.
Yeah, we don't have to tell them.
We find someone who isn't a sneaky, sleazy used car salesman type deal, even though a car salesman.
Ooh, we could check if I don't know if it has one or not, but if that city has like a magic school of some sort.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, we could actually pretend, like, not pretend. Well, I guess for us it would be pretend because we're not students.
I am.
But be like, hey, we're the students traveling around. We found this. Can you help us out? You know, academic to academic, rather than explain our whole
or at least help
or
us
just
get a
pay
message.
for it. Like someone presumably has the service.
Or get a message to the school.
Or that, or possibly they might have. Yeah, let's get off this little island first.
I am asking reverence for the ring because even at waist high.
Oh yeah, sure. You take the ring, the person who can actually walk through it.
Well, you can go on Reverence's shoulder.
Fine. Well, look, technically I found the ring. I just want to point that out. Let it be noted in the records.
I really don't need too many rings. I just don't want to get wet.
All right, so what we're doing is we're going to wait till the tide goes out and we know it's at its lowest point, and then we're going to make a walk across over for the shore. That's the plan. Okay, DM, that's the plan.
Someone has to carry the parrot, which we also need to figure out what we going to do with.
Oh, we got to name him.
Well, that's assuming we want to keep him. Do we want to keep him? I don't want to keep him.
I want to keep the parrot.
All right. So, it takes a couple of hours, and the tide finishes going out. It was sort of already on its way out. My notes are correct, which we're going to go with, yeah, they were, totally. So you are able eventually to start walking. And just let me know what if you have a marching order, or if you're just who's wearing the ring or whatever.
Okay. Well, I'm either wearing the ring, which I don't think, or I'm on someone's back, so I don't drown.
Yeah, Kitty Cat has the ring. I just think we walk 4 abreast. There's no reason to have a 2x2. We're in the middle of the water, so when we get back, we want to head to whatever town it was that the guy hired us to do the scavenging job.
Yeah, head back to him. It's been a day and a half at this point. He probably thinks we're dead.
You're muted.
As you can you roll perception for me?
Who would you like to do that?
Whoever's sort of keeping an eye out.
All right. Well, I've got better perception than some people on the team, so
yes.
I'll be keeping an eye out. And I'm not
I probably wouldn't be seeing much because I'm on the shoulders of someone.
It can be me and you sort of keeping an eye out since I'm standing up, since I'm on top of the waters.
So. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I probably have the least things to worry about.
Ooh, nice.
Kitty.
All right. So Blue, I think somebody is vacuuming around here. Why is someone vacuuming?
Well, hey, don't ask questions. They're vacuuming. Just be grateful. Someone vacuumed somewhere. That's great.
Have to keep the ocean clean.
We can't really hear it, by the way.
Yeah, okay, good.
It's slight background noise, that's it.
Background noise.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll just, that's the water. It's a weird water sounds. Anyway. Blue, you notice first smoke coming from the general area of the town where you came from.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I tell yes, Elspeth, sorry, smoke.
Oh shit. All right, well, either
smoke.
There's a kitchen fire, or they're being attacked. So
there's a fire.
Yes, fire.
You're getting too excited about this.
Can you tell anything from the smoke, fire expert?
Oh, can't. What do we want? What? Yeah, I will look at the smoke and see if I can tell what's burning.
Roll a nature check.
Oh boy. 16.
You can tell that there is more than one source for this fire. Several things in town must be on fire, and As you get closer, sounds that you hear make you think that this is not something that people want to have happen. You can hear kind of almost like yelling.
Weirdos.
All right. I think it's a fight.
Okay. Do you I can go ahead because
True.
I can. Because I can run on water. Do you have haste learned?
No, sorry. You've got the ring.
No, I used it up. I'm all ringed out for a day.
I don't use a spell slot, so.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Should I run ahead and figure out?
Please.
Okay. So, I'm gonna run ahead of the rest of the group.
Okay.
As quickly as.
Can we smell the smoke from here?
Probably.
Yeah, you can smell it.
Okay, I take a big like sniff in.
Smells good to you. All right. Let's see. So you run in ahead of the others. Are you trying to be sneaky and just take a look without drawing attention to yourself, or are you just running in?
I think I'm just running in. I don't think I have any reason to be sneaky, or
all right.
have any reason to be sneaky.
So you run in. The tavern that you first stayed in, the Ghastly Flask, or you didn't stay there so much as you
got drunk
there. Got drunk in, is on fire. You can see that seems to be where the biggest fire is. You can see the guy who was the owner, Thoradin Baldark. He's having a full-on scuffle with several people that you don't recognize. But, well, let's see. Roll perception.
14.
You notice that they are similarly dressed to the people in the cult that you have been seeing before.
Okay.
And as you look around, you can see several guards, and you can see members of this cult that appear to have been detained. And the other fires, as you look around, you can't really, it's hard to tell, but it just looks like most of the other fires are under control. It's the fire at the tavern is the most significant one.
Okay. And how many people are with the tavern?
How many? There's a small crowd.
Oh, sorry, man. How many people are scuffling with the guy?
It looks like him and perhaps one other person that you kind of remember having seen at the bar is fighting with something like 5 of these other individuals who all seem to be there, and they're all just yelling and swearing at each other, and it appears if it weren't for like fires in general areas, you would assume that this was just like a bar fight that had gone out of hand.
Are like swings being exchanged or just?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They're fighting. They're like physically. They're having what looks like a barroom brawl, but outside of a burning tavern.
All right. I will go help him out.
Okay. So why don't you roll initiative?
All of us, or just him?
I'm not gonna have you guys roll yet.
Okay.
Because
we're behind him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably 1 or 2 turns, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I and then it's sort of gonna be whether you can figure out where he is and all that sort of thing. But for right now, we will. So Thoradin, I'm going to roll for him. And I'll assume Thoradin and his buddy are on the same. So you go first. You see Thoradin is in the center of the square. He is facing off against 3 people back to back with the patron who's looking at another 2 different people.
Okay. So let's go punch a bunch of people.
Okay.
All right. I'm sorry. So I was reading a rule over here, and I got who's with who?
Sorry, I'm gonna have to go.
They're all sort of in a big group together, but there's the Thoradin and his buddy are at the center, and they're surrounded by 5 different cultists.
Okay. Closest one to me, I'm just gonna go. I can just punch him a hole. Just gonna go all out on him.
Okay.
So
I
don't have a ring. Oh, 10. That's awful.
10 does not hit.
That's okay. Like I said, we're just gonna go all out. So we're gonna do 2 more unarmed strikes as a flurry of blows.
Okay.
So 17 and 23.
Those hit.
Those hit. Okay. Ooh, I have more key points now.
Yeah, well, 1 more.
I have 1 more key point now. Good. I'll take it. All right. So, did I click that?
It's probably gonna be slow. Give it a moment.
All right. I am going to ask: are you attempting to do lethal damage?
That was my question.
I am. I was actually gonna. I guess. No, I was gonna try to stun them, but I guess I can just not do lethal damage because stunning is just a 1-turn thing.
Right. So yeah, basically the first guy, you swing at him, he ducks under, and then you come up with a pow 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 pow, and he falls over unconscious, knocked out cold.
Okay. And then I just get 1 more unarmed strike, and that's what I got.
Yep.
Okay.
12.
Okay. And that just hits. Yep.
All right. 10.
You knock him out.
Okay.
These guys aren't particularly tough. You figured out pretty quickly.
Good. 2 down. All right. You all got the other 3.
So Thoradin looks at you and says, thanks. And he starts to throw punches at... Okay. The next guy, which he does not hit. But the second one does hit. It does a whopping 2 damage. And his buddy will attack another person. His buddy happened to have grabbed a stick, so he at least has a slightly better chance.
A stick.
Stick means nothing.
Okay.
The mighty stick. No, what a magical item that's just a stick of death.
It's a stick. So the other cultists are looking at their unconscious friends, are going to try to run away. As they run by, you can get an attack of opportunity on one of them.
Bang.
What, you hit? Okay.
That.
You really rattle his cage, but he is able to keep running, and then the other two will take attacks of opportunity. I don't know why it's like double rolling for me. One of which hits anyway. And that's yeah. So they are able to run off, and they just keep dashing, which brings us to you.
So 2 left.
They're all gone.
They're all gone. That's okay.
There were 3, and they are gone.
Okay. I doubt I have rope. So, building's on fire though.
Mm-hmm.
But no one else is here. Building's on fire. Still. I just want to tell people to tie up the 2 that are knocked out. And then just help out with fire, with water bending as best I can.
Okay. So I'm going to take you out of initiative then.
Yeah, I'm not chasing anyone down.
All right.
As long as everyone's... We got 2. They'll do.
All right. So a couple of the people come forward, and the tavern owner starts yelling to grab some buckets. Damn your eyes, grab buckets. What are we doing? And you guys start trying to put the fire out, at which point I'm going to guess the rest of you by now have managed to catch up.
Yes, also heading toward the biggest fire because, pyro.
Well, yeah, I would definitely be heading towards the biggest fire.
Yep. So that's where we'd head. And I assume that's the biggest fire in town. So we'd
as soon as we get off, get on land, I jump off Reverence's shoulders and just start, dashing for the biggest fire.
And we have to go chasing after him.
Well, you're as fast as me, so.
Yeah, but you're running with excitement. And we were just like, we've been trudging through all that water. Our legs are heavier.
That's fun.
That is true. So, I'm going to try to see if there's anything in particular that Reverence has as far as water.
I can put out 5 feet, 5 cubic, like a 5 by 5 by 5 cube of fire every 6 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I have control flame.
All right.
Which is probably going to be really useful, provided, of course, you can convince me to put it out.
Are you going to try to convince him?
I arrive and just
okay, stop staring at it. Go put it out.
Put out except for one part of it that's off already, fallen off the building. You can have that, but the rest of the building, we need to sleep here tonight. Come on.
Fine. I close my eye and take a deep breath and try to concentrate, and then start putting out the snapping, using control flame to snap the fire out.
Is that a cantrip for you?
Yes.
Cool.
It is a cantrip.
within a few minutes, you have gotten the fire between you and Blue doing his water thing and water whip, I'm guessing.
Water whip and I think I have like 3 water whips that I can throw around before I run out of key points, and after that I can do like shape some foot of water into things and chuck it around.
All right. So by the time within a minute or so, you guys have the tavern under control. It's taken some damage. It's mainly the left side of the building looks pretty charred, but it's nothing that, the place is clearly not burned down. It's still standing. It's just going to need some TLC.
Oof. Well, that was what was happening here. I turned to one of the guards or the innkeep if he's calming down a bit now that we've got it under control.
He looks at you and takes a deep breath and it's like, thank you all for the help. These bastards came running into town, being chased by the good guards of Skygird, and decided to start with the fire spells just shooting out everywhere. The guards caught some of them right in front of my establishment, and up my tavern started to go. It was a mess.
Can I tell anything about how the fire was started?
Yeah, roll a nature check. Or investigation, whichever you're better at.
It's the same, so.
Right.
6, okay.
Hard to tell. I mean, what the tavern keeper is telling you sounds about right to you.
Are you aware that these people have been violent before? We actually watched them. They passed by us a couple weeks back, and they seemed harmless. Have you heard of them actually starting to attack people in the past?
No. I mean, I'm not the sort of person that if you don't bother me, I don't bother you. That's the way I see it. I'm not that caught up about some of this religion stuff. I know that they've gotten into a lot of trouble up here in the area, and well, like I said, it's none of my business.
Yeah, it's fine. Like I said, I just hadn't. We'd seen them a couple times. Never got the impression they were violent. It just seems like they're escalating. Maybe.
Could be.
Well, maybe we should ask them. We have 2 of them.
We do.
Well, they're unconscious, right? You guys knocked them the F out.
Well, he did.
Got knocked the fuck out.
Well, I go over to one of them and like slap them on the face to wake them up.
Okay. A human male wakes up and looks at you with bleary eyes. And they go,
I smile back. First thing he sees when he wakes up is just this like kobold face staring down at him. From behind, like finds like half opaque lenses, well, piece of glass and like goggles.
Yeah, he's not happy with this. He's like, "What the hell are you? What do you want with us?"
The truth. I want to know why you set that thing on fire.
We were just trying to get away, man.
Away from what?
Trying to get away. The guards, man, they've been arresting our people and throwing us in prisons and dungeons just for Nothing.
As much as I appreciate you setting it on fire, that is not a good reason to set things on fire. Or at least not a normal reason.
Things just got out of hand. We were just here to pass out some pamphlets.
And the pamphlet lit the building on fire. Several buildings.
Pamphlets didn't lead the building on fire. Just, we passed out some pamphlets and then some guys showed up saying...
I would like to do an insight check on him.
All right, go ahead.
12.
It's hard to tell, really. He's definitely very upset, and he sounds like he's telling the truth, but it's hard to tell.
So I listen to this as they're talking, and I go over to one of the guards. There's still guards around, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I say, so, yeah, we came to help out with the fire and the fight, but what started all of this? How did this happen? See if the guard has a different story, basically.
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
He kind of looks at you and he says, "Ma'am, we appreciate your assistance, but this is official business of the Helvacaran army, so if you wouldn't mind."
Okay, I didn't mean to double roll that.
No.
I think we're just getting some. I didn't touch it again, honest. So
yeah,
I'm gonna cast disguise self and make my self look like horrifying, like extra horns, like glowing, like small, like red glowing beady eyes, like bigger teeth to this guy.
You're gonna try to intimidate the guard?
Yes. No, not the guard. The guy I'm talking to.
Oh, okay.
All right, roll intimidation.
15.
He looks at you and is very upset and starts going, oh God, what the...
Tell me exactly what happened. In detail.
Dude, I swear we were just here to pass out some pamphlets. Look, some of our guys might have gotten a little ahead of themselves. I know, but we wouldn't have done anything except that they were going to try to put us in a cage.
So you lit shit on fire.
I didn't light anything on fire.
I said I meant you, as in the collective.
We have a wizard guy, and he was, I don't know. He went crazy with the whole "you're not taking me alive," and started running off shooting fire bolts every which way.
Can I roll another insight on him?
Sure.
That's all 20.
All right. So for natural 20, you could tell that he is telling you basically the truth. And he also appears to be he appears angry both at the guards, but also he sounds angry at his this wizard friend of his that started shooting off fire.
So I'm assuming that he's been lying on the ground. I've been holding him up by the collar, and so I just let him drop my the illusion and walk away from him, walk over to the others.
All right, well, is anyone, I mean, other than maybe talking to the innkeeper about a place to stay, I don't know if there's anything else much we're going to get done here. We could go back to the guy who rented us the canoes and give him some gold pieces to make up for his crappy boats.
Yeah, we should
And some
probably
rum.
do that.
We'll give him some rum, too.
I mean, yeah. And to be fair, we haven't actually checked if the rum is any good.
Well, that's a good reason to let him try it out.
Well, maybe we should do that before we pay him.
Maybe we should get him drunk first and then just negotiate.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying.
We also don't want to kill him with like moldy
He's
rum.
not gonna die with my old rum. He'll be fine.
Alcohol, yeah.
It's wet. It's not old. It's aged.
Yes. Also, let's separate out from our bag of holding the stuff that we actually scavenged, that we kept, like probably the harpoons.
Yeah, we have a dagger and studded leather.
Armor, right.
Yes.
And what about the harpoons?
Oh, those are from
Yeah, Lou has those.
I have
Okay.
those.
Did we giving it to this guy?
I don't know.
Might as
I don't know
well.
where we brought them.
All right.
What does the trident weigh, by the way?
Not the trident, the harpoons.
No, but what does it weigh? Just in my
Oh, probably doesn't weigh very much.
weapon.
All right. Well, you look that up. Yeah. Should we, as a party, go over? Find the guy who hired us.
Okay, 4 pounds.
Sure.
Okay. So let's do that.
Are we giving? Or are we letting the cultists go with the guards? Is that what?
Well, I mean, do you want to get?
You're telling the truth.
The guards aren't really going to tell a bunch of people randomly. Do we want to get involved in some religious fight? I don't know. Do you?
Not particularly.
We've got to track down that elf after this.
That's true.
So, yeah. Are we going to head over to the part of town where the guy hired us to do the job?
All right, he is there. When you guys show up, he comes out and is smiling and says, "Oh, I thought you guys died. Come back."
No, we got held up.
Ooh.
We're survivalists. We can handle ourselves.
We did end up having to leave the canoes behind inside the cave.
Yeah. Well.
You're not very good at this negotiating. Hey, would you like to have some rum with us? We found some really good rum.
Yeah, we did find some.
He gives you a look and says, "You found rum."
Yeah,
Yeah, a whole
yeah. Let's check it out. See if it's any good.
On your map, there's a part where people camp, but there were monsters there that were killing them all off. But we found the rum after we killed off the monsters, which is technically
nice.
Yeah. Some mer people.
Yeah, they were pretty hard.
There's still some left in there, but we kill a lot of them.
All right. So he brings you in and he passes out glasses.
Okay, I take out the cask of rum from the bag of holding.
Why don't you just don't take the whole casket out, just put the glasses
I have to take the cask out to get the rum out of it.
All right.
I can't put a glass into the bag of holding and get rum out of it. I have to pull the whole item out.
Okay, go then.
And I also get the dagger and the studded leather out. There weren't a whole lot of corpses that had anything of any that wasn't completely rotted off. So this is all we have, sadly.
Oh, and the harpoons.
Oh, and the harpoons.
If you want to hand those over, Blue.
Yes, harpoons.
So I hand up over the studded leather armor and the
dagger.
And the dagger.
All right. He takes the stuff from you, gives a shrug, and says, I can get a few copper for these. Throws them into the pile. Gives you guys, I believe you left some of your stuff with him.
Yes.
Yeah, Reverend's armor.
Yeah, my chain mail too, or scale mail, as it was. Yeah.
So basically, he brings back the stuff that you had left and takes some rum, and he goes, "Whoo, whoo, some good stuff here."
No.
Oh,
no,
I told you.
Are we carrying around? Well, we can't have the parrot in the bag of holding; it would die. So presumably we're carrying around the parrot.
Oh yeah, we forgot about the parrot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we are just carrying around a parrot.
He's noticed the parrot, and he's been kind of looking, but not wanting to say anything.
We'll just pretend like the parrot isn't here.
Can I roll a perception to see him that he's noticing?
Sure.
8.
He's looked at it a couple times, but he hasn't said anything.
All right.
So we just keep pretending like he's
the parrot.
About the parrot.
The parrot has been occasionally just sort of ruffling his wings and looking around, and will occasionally say something like, "Not be, not be, not be, pretty not be." But that's about as far as he seems chill in his little cage.
All right, let's leave him at that. Yeah, I'm gonna let's. I want to let him get through at least like 2 good cups of whiskey, rum, before we start talking about payments and stuff.
You don't have to ask him twice. This man's a drinker. So,
Right.
So he has a couple of very healthy glasses of rum before you guys have managed to fill yours. Finish one. So I'm going to have him. Oh boy. And this is stronger even than he thought it was. So he gets pretty drunk, actually.
Nice.
And he tries to give you a hug, Elspeth.
I kind of look at the rest of the party and I let him give me a hug. Taking one for the team.
You guys are the
I give you a look of sympathy.
scavengers I have ever hired. You should work for me forever.
Well, we said we were going to share this with you. When we saw this rum, we wanted to bring back this rum and have some with you. That was because we felt bad about the canoes, I mean, we were in there, we were fighting hard, then we end up so we wanted to have the rum.
If you have something to store, then we'd be happy to share, like, just leave some of it with you.
It's okay. Let him finish. Okay.
What were you gonna say, buddy?
It's just a couple of hollowed out logs. I'm just glad you guys are okay.
Oh, we're so happy you feel like that.
Oh,
yeah. We damaged that canoe. I had to give my wooden shield over to fix it for a while. It was amazing. You should have seen this guy was amazing with the boat.
I'd say I wish I was there, but I don't. I hate that I was there. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Wait.
I don't even like the dark.
Rum is flammable, right?
Yeah.
Rum is flammable, yes.
Okay, I set fire to my glass and then down it.
Okay.
Okay. Roll Constitution.
Oh.
Save or but just straight check?
Check.
You're feeling it.
You are feeling it. You first off, you singe yourself a bit on the way down.
That's perfectly fine.
Which you take a point of
Tongue damage.
Tongue damage.
Can't taste anything for a day.
That's practically worship for me, so that works.
And you are definitely. This is some strong rum, man, and you just downed it on an empty stomach. So it's not like you're a strong or big guy. So
I turn to the guy who hired us.
As drunk as he is.
And I say, tell you what, how about to make up for the canoes? You got like a wineskin or something around here? We'll leave you some rum, and then we'll just kind of call it even. Does that sound okay on the boats?
You're an angel from heaven. I tell you what, he He
Give a
doesn't
little
have
wink.
a fine skin, but he does have like a container that he brings out that you assume has had alcohol in it before. It looks like a kind of container you put alcohol in. And he brings it over and he holds it out and takes some of your delicious rum.
There you go.
So how much has the weight been reduced by? Just out of curiosity. I want to keep the...
It doesn't have to be that accurate.
Okay, fair enough.
Like 4 drinks. I don't think out of a casket it's going to be. And then like maybe a jug. So I don't think we're quite a tenth of the way there yet.
At this point, he goes and he looks at the parrot and he says, "Did you always have this guy?"
Oh, a friend was keeping him for us.
No, we found him in the cave.
Oh,
He's kind of cute.
You're drunk. Goddamn. Yeah. Why?
He's like, huh. I never seen a bird like this before.
Have I seen a bird like this before?
Roll a nature check. Yeah, you've seen one or two. It's not like you didn't spend a lot of time hanging out with birds, but yeah, you've seen one or two.
I'm assuming like a couple of sailors would have had them or something like that.
You know those sailors, those pirates, and they travel around, they collect things. Bird. This one talks.
They have pets.
Yeah, if you say the name, it'll ask for a cracker. It'll ask you for a cracker. Do you have a cracker? You can feed the bird a cracker if you want.
I think he also likes sausages.
Sorry, Chrissy?
Do you think, can you get a good amount of money for a bird like this, you think?
No, we're so attached to him already. We just love him.
Yeah, he's our friend. We're going to keep him.
So, about the things that we recovered, you want to give us an estimate on that? I think you said something about splitting the money.
Oh, yeah. I can give you some silver for it.
That's fair.
Perfect.
He gives you 5 silver.
Okay.
Says, "You sure you don't want to leave the bird here, though? That's nice."
No.
Really,
You see, the cage is magical.
Yeah. So I kind of shove him to the side and shut him up and say, I'll tell you what, because we're such good friends. And you know I'm sweet on you. What we're going to do is if we need someone to watch the bird, would you be willing to keep an eye on it for us if we need to leave suddenly or something? We couldn't take it with us?
He looks at you very seriously and says, "Can I sell it?"
No, because it's ours. You can visit it, though.
I don't,
Would you want to buy it?
Maybe.
We're not selling the bird.
Well, let's see how much he's going to offer first. You've known him for 5 minutes.
He looks and he says, all right.
Like an hour, at least.
You say it can talk. He looks at the bird and says,
He says stuff.
Say something, bird. Say something.
No. You have no.
Drunken Erasmus comes wandering over with a ration.
Yes. You see, you have to be gentle with him. Like a lover.
What? I am not into the birds that way.
No.
Crazy.
No. Not like that.
Over here.
No, not like that. You don't have to fuck the bird. What you need to do is you have to be nice to it to get it to talk.
Why don't you show him how it's done, Erasmus?
I take out a bit of hardtack and give the parrot it. Give it to the bird.
The bird says, "Yum, pretty dumpy. Yum."
See, it can talk, and he's adorable.
He looks at him and says, "I'll give you 10 gold."
No. He's Albert.
I'm gonna let the drunks hash this out.
He's Albert and he's Nate Floof. F-L-U-F-F. Floof.
I think there's an M in there. I think you forgot an M at the end of his name. There. I am so smart.
Floof.
S-M-R-T. I mean, S-M-A-R-T.
It's like, Floof.
Yes.
Look, you guys don't know what you're doing.
I know. I have seen this kind of bird before. You haven't.
Here's what my friend is trying to say: is that the bird might be worth. I shove him to the side again. The bird might be worth 10 gold, but you need the emotional compensation for each member of the party, and that would be 10 gold each. So I think we'd have to start, to look at least 50 gold.
Is it put on after or during cooking?
Hang on one second.
Sure. R&D.
I don't know why we let Rasmus drink.
I look at you
I
pleadingly.
like canonically, Reverence has been completely quiet.
Yeah.
I don't pay for emotions. I don't pay for nothing like that. I could get a good profit. That I am a businessman.
So business emotions.
As he falls over backwards. I'm like, okay, well, I'll tell you what. We'll think about it. We'll sleep on it. We're going to have to go back to the inn for the
I'll give you 15 gold, and that's a final offer. Best offer you're going to get.
No, it's my bird.
We'll sleep on it. If we're interested, we'll come back. But we thank you for our 5 silver, and we hope you enjoyed that rum. Actually, I think your glass is empty. Did you want to fill that glass again? Why don't you fill it? Why don't you fill it from the casket? Go ahead and fill it from the casket, not from your jug.
All right. He does that. Exactly. He is happy to partake of that.
All right.
What
You
time
hear
of day is it?
singing.
I know.
About noonish.
Okay.
All right. So I think it's time for us to make an exit.
Yeah. I think at this point we're just dragging Rasmus out.
Yes. We'll just hand him the bird. Put those two together. Have them out.
He has a name.
Okay. And I'm holding him by the shoulder as we walk back into town.
I have named him Floof.
Floof. Yes. You have to teach him how to say that now.
I think you just have to I think you just have to repeat it a lot, and then he kind of said.
Should we go back to the inn?
Practice that.
Let's go back to the inn, get a room, and you can practice with the bird. Maybe sleep it off.
All right, you can roll animal handling.
Yeah.
At disadvantage, surely.
Yeah, I was about to say. Surely it's with disadvantage because I'm fucking
Well, I mean, here's the thing.
Bird might like it.
Well, it doesn't matter anyway. He just looks at you and attempts to bite you on the nose.
I laugh.
But he doesn't try very hard.
So I'm not keeping an eye out as I'm leading us back into, keeping a hand on his shoulder because he's obviously not watching where he's going, and making sure he doesn't fall into anything or bump into anybody on the way back. All right.
You make it back. Erasmus falls over a couple times, but nothing really terribly injurious. And you get back to, I'm assuming, the tavern.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's where we're going.
All right. So Thornton is talking to what you take to be a carpenter, based on basically the fact that he's measuring stuff out and talking in hushed tones with Thornton, who waves at you as you come back, and he says, if you can come back in a couple hours, you can have a free night on the house for all the help.
Oh, that's fabulous. Yeah, we'll keep ourselves busy and come back. And by the way, this one right here, and I point at Rasmus, if there's a charred room, he'll sleep in it. It's fine. He likes to smoke. So as long as it won't collapse, you can put him in there.
He takes a look, says something about kobolds.
At this point, I'm like I'm past the stage of being like drunk. I'm just tired from it.
Goddamn for kobolds. Oh, so kobolds. Yeah, something like that.
I don't even notice it.
Is there any place in town where we can do appraisals or like pick up some supplies or anything like that?
He looks at you. He says, sure. Depends on what you want. If you're looking for an appraiser, I guess I would go to the Sapphire.
Okay.
Gems, jewels, and jade.
Okay. And if I needed to replace a weapon, like a shield? Okay, got.
You could go to the iron workbench.
That's great. Yep.
A blacksmith.
Yep, we'll head over.
There's a general store, too, up down the way, called Ceaseless Essentials.
Okay. I'm loving these names. Thank you so much. We'll see you in a couple hours.
He nods at you.
All right. So, yeah.
I'm kind of hungry. Does anyone want food?
No, you go ahead. You and Foomf both eat. So I know I need to pick up a wooden shield.
Yes.
Do we have some gems that need looking at?
Yeah, we do have some gems that need to be looked at. Yes.
So yeah, I think we can go whatever order they are in the town in terms of.
Well, assuming we can actually have them looked at in this little fishing town.
Yeah,
it might be worth waiting on the jewels.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like they have the million value.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. How much? So probably go get you a shield.
Okay. Yeah. So head over to the ironworks.
Ironworks
All right.
bench.
Yep, the iron workbench. It's a timber-framed row house with brown shingled roof and finely crafted furniture inside. There's an unfinished set of armor on the stand near the forge. It looks really nice and almost fancy is probably a bad word for a blacksmith in any case, but as blacksmiths go, this is a high end. Yes, this is a fancier, upscale kind of blacksmith.
Ooh, okay.
There is a
right. I haven't actually been disguising myself.
Nope. That's why he said cobalt.
Yeah.
Also, the guy we talked to, I was in disguise when we first talked to him. The guy with the canoes.
Yep, that's why I got him drunk.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't know to remember to do it now, and I probably wouldn't be able to do it.
No. Okay. So yeah, about the store or the ironworks. It's upscale. It's kind of like the, fancy.
So the Gucci of
yes.
armor.
The fanciest of blacksmiths.
Yes. So, as you walk in, you see a rather just a solid-looking dwarven person. Kind of like what you would expect to see, really, in any good there. He has a red beard and is wearing a really oddly clean leather apron. He comes over to you and says, "Can I help you?"
Yes, I'm in the market for a wooden shield.
Does it have to be wood?
Ah,
Yeah.
well, I can show you a couple. I think I've got some out back. Hang on.
Actually, no, I could go up a little bit higher.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't.
Yeah, I got a proficiency in
Iron
armor.
buckler or something. I don't know.
So yeah, maybe I'll treat myself.
All right. So this is all right. I'll be right back. He heads out into the back and comes. He comes back in with. Hang on. I'm just going to double check how much these are generally costing.
Yeah, I found 10 gold pieces.
This guy's a little bit of a fancy guy.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting that feeling, but I'm also like, I'm rocking it because she's like, oh, I can get a pretty shield. You know,
a fancy blacksmith. That's like, that's a mood.
Yeah, because you know, her goddess is like beauty. So if she's got one,
True.
very embroidered, like nice artwork on it. You know.
So you find he comes back and he has a more utilitarian, but still really nice iron buckler that has. It looks when he shows it to you, you can see it's very sort of easy and well balanced. It's got a strap onto you so that it will be very comfortable on your arm, lined with Sherpa. It's really utilitarian, but very well made, very good. And then he shows you one that also well made, but this one has some sort of silver filigree all around it.
My eyes light up. Yeah, Elspeth is like looking at the silver, the filigree, like, oh, I like the two-tone. Oh, it's so nice.
Great question. I don't know what the word Sherpa means, just out of curiosity.
Oh, it's like a wool.
Okay.
Like a soft, fuzzy wool.
Okay, fair enough. And learn a new word today.
Does it also have like the nice strap and the extras?
Yeah, it has all the extras. So if you want, he says, well, this one, pointing to the utilitarian, is a 15 gold. Perfectly acceptable, but for a lovely lady like yourself, I'm sure you would like this beauty for a mere 30 gold, which you must admit, considering the care that has gone into its crafting, is a steal.
Steal.
So I turned to the other party's members and said, you know, I did sacrifice my shield to save us all.
I'm looking at the
I
kill.
think this should come out of the kitty. I'm thinking.
Yeah, R&D should pay.
Yeah, is everyone agreed? Is that okay?
That joke never gets old.
I'm sorry, I stepped out for a second. 30 gold?
God damn it.
Everyone all right with that?
Was it 30 gold? Is that what we ended up at?
Yep. And
she wanted to take it out of the common.
I mean, I bought a whole bunch of locks at one point, so you know.
Yeah.
The monk doesn't understand much.
I'm not in the state to properly evaluate that, so I'm just gonna go with it.
Okay, so then I'm gonna take I would take it from, just to let you guys know, we had 150 gold pieces from the Wolfie fight. Is my note.
Oh yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna drop that down to 120.
Okay.
And tell me about like my shield. Is it just a regular shield?
It is an iron shield, but like I said, it has this very beautiful inlaid, almost lacy looking silver filigree that covers it, and it has sort of it's like a brushed silver on top of the dark iron. It's really sparkly kind of, but but a muted sparkle, not like a bright, like a soft sheen to it. It's very well made and very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Okay. Well, she's got a smile on her face. Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
Is there anything else you guys want to do?
I guess we should figure out our plan for where we're going next.
Well, so how drunk am I at this point? It's been a bit.
It's been a bit, so you've kind of sobered up by now.
Okay, enough that I would realize that I'm running low on rations.
Probably.
Okay. I'm like holding my head.
Yeah.
We do need to get some more rations. At least I do. I'm kind of low.
Yeah, we can go to the general store because we have that creepy doll and a creepy book we could sell.
Wait, a creepy book?
Yeah, it was from some room I have in our inventory.
I think that's the book we left at the school.
Okay,
That's
what about
that's the tongue book, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
we left that one behind.
I don't really have that anymore.
What about the creepy porcelain doll?
Oh, I remember that.
I don't know.
And there's also, we have a calligraphy set.
Yeah, we do.
So we can move those. And then we've got a gold brooch. We could get that appraised, maybe along with the gems. We don't know yet. So.
Okay.
General store and just pick up general things. We need more rope. After this nonsense, we
need sets of rope more.
Oh yeah, we definitely need more rope.
We need more rope, and probably just like a plank of wood.
Okay.
Just so that if we ever need to patch up boats again.
Here, Ben's trying to call me.
So you find the general store in a small alley. It's a stucco 2-story building with an orange roof and a sort of pillared entryway. As you walk in, it's utilitarian but well managed. Things are put in very orderly kinds of rows, and everything is well labeled. Nothing is fancy about it, but it's clearly there. A male half-orc is standing behind the counter. He has sort of a long black hair in a braid and gold rings around his tusks, and he's rather portly.
All right.
Who does anyone want to approach this time? Do the
talking? Yeah, I'm gonna go up and get the rations and some wood. Just a couple planks if I can.
All right.
I don't think he probably doesn't sell that.
Might need to go to carpenter for that.
Yeah, he does. He says, "Well, I got a couple pallets out back I could sell. That's all I got."
Nah, you know what? We know when there's a carpenter. We'll figure something else out. But thanks for the offer. I'll take 10 rations.
Okay, so the rations are. Let me look.
They're not super expensive.
Yeah, it's 5 silver pieces per day, so
that would be 50 silver.
Okay.
Also known as 5 gold.
Oh, I got rid of these harpoons, right? No longer have harpoons.
Yes, you did.
Okay, harpoons. Delete you.
Do you also want to get out the calligraphy kit and the creepy
Oh.
porcelain doll?
Oh yeah, we can try and sell those.
Okay. He looks over at your. He looks at the doll in a way that makes you feel like he thinks it's just as creepy as you think it is, but shrugs and offers. It's like, I'll offer 10 silver for it.
Okay. Probably
fair.
pay for some rations.
Yeah. Then he sort of.
What about the calligraphy
We're also
set?
the calligraphy set. Okay, so hang on. Calligraphy kit is that is 10 gold pieces. New. So he looks at it, looks it over, and says, "I'll give you 5 gold for it."
Do you want to just get rations with this and top everybody up?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Okay.
So we'll take the 5. 5 and then more rations.
Yeah, that's 10 gold is 5 gold is what? Is
I think you can make food, by the way. So
Yeah, we can always hunt down for food.
okay.
I only have like 6 rations, but I've also.
So that's
Yeah, I can create food and water, by the way, if we ever get in a pinch as a
okay.
spell.
Well,
So
it's just nice to have them.
yeah. Like I said, if we ever get in a pinch.
Yeah, it is nice to have them, but well, I think.
Yeah, so that's 50 silver. And how much was the ration again?
What did you say? It was 5 gold for a certain amount?
5 gold is 50 silver, and I think it was like, wasn't it? It was 10 silver for.
Oh,
Yeah, he gave you 10 silver, which I believe is 1 gold. The same thing, isn't it?
That sounds right.
Um,
Like 100 is copper.
Oh, 50 silver. Sorry.
so, did you want rope?
Oh yeah, we did one rope.
we want.
So 50 feet of hempen rope is a gold piece, and silk is 10 gold pieces.
Well,
I say we get 100 feet of one rope attached together, like one rope rather than 2 50s.
Well, we should each carry some, right?
I think we should each carry 50, but we should have an extra long one for extra long.
okay.
All right. Do you want to pay that out? Should I pay that out of the kitty?
So that's 4. Yeah,
Okay. So how much does that come to?
4.
So
Silk or
Well, should we get one silk and we'll carry hemp?
all right, which one is the
I mean,
long
is
one?
silk stronger than?
no, I think
Is
it's
it-
lighter. I think that's like the benefit of it.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
Like stats wise, I think it doesn't weigh
Oh,
as
yeah,
much,
okay.
so you can carry more of it.
Okay.
But I mean, I don't, the only one who is ever in danger of being over encumbered is Erasmus.
Well, I mean, I can always just put it in the.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I say we stick with hemp and rope, and we just make sure. I already have 50.
Okay.
Oh
so
yeah.
we
No,
need-
I don't. I lost mine.
Yeah, I think
We
we're down
lost.
to like.
Yeah.
And we left
Yeah.
the other ones on the canoe, so I think we're
Yeah,
all
so
on.
we're
Yeah,
really done.
we lost. There were 2 people who lost it.
Yeah, there was the one still attaching to the canoes.
Well, it was the one that we tied up Reverends with. There was the one we used to get out of the hole. There was the one that we tied the canoes
Well, the
with.
one we used to get out of the hole, we retrieved.
Yeah.
How?
We had 2 at the end of the last time we had 2, and I think one of them was being used to attach
The
2 of the
canoes.
canoes together.
And then we
I
left
think
those.
that one's gonna get left behind because
Yeah. So we need 3.
we left it behind. So we need at least 3 50s.
Yep.
No, 4. We need 2 for the 2 we used, and 2 to make the 100 feet one.
Okay, we
So
need 4.
4.
Yes.
So how
So-
much?
That would, if it's hempen, it would be come out to 4 gold.
Okay, I'll also take that out
Well-
of the kitty.
Yeah. Well, let's see how much this guy actually sells it for.
Yeah.
Well,
Because what
that's the
what it
price
says
we were
is-
told.
That's what he
was
said.
it? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Cool
Okay.
beans.
So if you go with all hemp, it is indeed 4 gold.
So pay for that out of the wolf you fight kitty as well.
Okay, so everyone's got their rope.
So you really don't want to go to the jewelers?
I guess we could.
If there is a jeweler in this,
Yeah. We
Yeah,
asked
yeah,
the
they told us
innkeeper. You were
the-
drunk.
You were drunk.
Oh, yeah. I'm still a bit.
But we did find, he did tell us
Is it
about a
loud in
jeweler.
here?
So we'll head over to Jim's Gems and Jewelry or whatever it was.
Jewels and gems and Jim Jums.
Jimmy Jim John.
Other things with starting with J and G.
He sold some jams on the side just for fun.
Jam, yeah. Gems, jewels, and jade.
Oh.
Ask if he does gold too.
I mean, if he does jewelry, he probably does.
True.
All right, yes. So let's get
All right.
all this stuff appraised.
This one is a little cottage in a residential area, but people are able to point you in the way. It has shiny hardwood floors, oak countertop, leather-bound bag with on the counters. It has a kind of an old world feel to the place. There is a male human sitting there. He has the little pince-nez glasses that attach to your little nose, those little nose glasses, and brown hair, very tan. And he gives you a large smile as you come in and says, "Hello, can I help you?"
Yes, we wanted to get an appraisal on some items. And I kind of motion over to... We got 12 gems is my note.
Yes, we do.
Okay. So he says, I can, sure, I can appraise that.
Oh, and this gold brooch as well.
All right. Hang on. I'm going to try to pull up where I,
your notes.
I had everything. Yeah, I had my notes. So give me just a second. I probably should have had these.
Sorry. Well, we didn't know. I mean, I think part of this is just not being here. We're not want to get in big fights. We don't want to get adventuring. So this seems a good way to do some housekeeping and also game a bit. So. These were from the chests in the secret place, transport place, right?
Yeah, let me just see if I can pull up.
Well, was the brooch just for the? I thought the brooch.
No,
was
the
from
brooch was earlier, but the gems.
Yeah, the brooch from two. Wasn't there also a ring with a seal?
I thought that was we gave that to the. Well, no, there were the woven figurines that we talked to the druids about.
No, they were in the pirate hideout. There was a ring with with a seal of a dwarven house.
Oh, I thought you kept that because you were the one looking at it.
Well, I have it, but I don't have a need for it.
No, but do you have it written down?
Well, yeah, I have it.
Okay,
I have it written down.
I don't have it written down. Is my point.
No, but we have it. Presumably we would also get that appraised because we don't need it.
Well, yeah, I forgot about it. So yeah, you can put that on the table too.
I take it out of my pocket and put it on the table too. Oh, this too.
Okay. All right. So, so you hand him the gems. Do you have anything written down about them?
I just have 12 gems.
12 gems, yeah.
I think, if I remember correctly, there was like a couple of diamonds.
Garnets, maybe?
Yeah, and some garnets and the rubies. I think that was the...
I'm sorry I didn't make more of a note. I will do better next time.
No, it's I had it written down and I can't find it. So, garnet. All right. Generally worth around, so the 2 garnets together are worth about 150 gold pieces. The ruby is worth 300 gold pieces. The rest of it all together, after he's sort of going that through, is about 500 gold pieces.
Does he remark on the dwarven ring at all?
The ring with the signet. So you've given him that too?
Yeah, that was what he was fishing out of the bag.
Yeah, more pocket. Yeah, I don't really need, like, we don't need it for anything.
He gives it a look and gives you a hard look, and then says, "I'm not gonna be able to give you anything for this. I'd rather just as well not have it."
Okay, I hand it back to Erasmus to take it out of the way because it's obviously
I put it back in my pocket.
We're gonna have to find some doors.
The gold brooch. He looks and says, "I could give you that, some 10 gold for that."
Okay, so it was 500 plus 300 plus 300, 150 times 2 plus 10?
No. It's 500 plus 300 plus 150 plus 10.
Okay, got it. All right, I thought the garnets were 150 each, but they're 150 total. What do people think about that?
Yeah, fine.
No, not a money person.
I mean,
none of us
the
are
only reason to possibly keep any of the gems would be to use them to spells that need them for that consume them.
Yeah, for components.
Yeah.
I do most of
I don't have any of those. Like, I think the only one who would get stuff like that would be Elspeth.
Mm-hmm.
Or possibly Reverence.
So let's see. Elspeth, I know that some of your better healing spells will have jewelry attached to it, jewels attached, but nothing with a garnet. I know, like, there's a diamonds, but these are also very specific in the in exactly the type of.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not like you could just take any diamond and that would work. It's like I'd have to look it up, but it's like
it's a diamond of a certain value.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, like, for instance, like a
diamond worth
there's a Guardian of Faith spell that says ruby dust worth 50 GP.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to keep that that ruby and maybe either get somebody to turn it into dust for you, you could do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
For example, Raised Dead is you need a diamond worth at least 500 gold.
Yeah, you've got nothing that's like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we'll keep the ruby.
And it's a 5-level necromancy spell, so it's gonna pop.
I would never.
Before we have that.
Yeah. Okay, so keep the ruby back then, I guess. Mm-hmm. And anything else for anyone else? Otherwise, so we'll knock 300 off of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, can you do the math since you have it in front of you? Because I'm not good at.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, so 650, 660.
660.
Yeah.
Okay.
660.
Okay.
Let's see. We'll just buy a pirate ship. Just go buy a pirate ship and become pirates now.
GP from Jim.
I had more money than that for a ship.
I'll just put from Jim so we know where we got it from. Okay.
And brooch.
Yeah, I got that too.
Hmm.
We've got a lot of cash now.
Yeah, we do.
All right. So I guess we can go back to the inn at this point.
I think so.
All right.
Unless we have something else we want to.
No, because I thought that since we leveled up, I could cast for the first time divination, and we could ask about that elf that talks smack about us.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Let me pull up that spell.
Okay, so I need incense and a sacrificial offering appropriate, together worth at least 25 GP, which the spell consumes. So I'm going to need to go shopping.
Oh, yeah.
Appropriate of 25 gold pieces
All right.
for elf. I don't know. You can check around here and see if he's got any.
Yeah, I'll go back to Jim's
necklace or something.
Yeah, see if he's got any kind of like carved figures, like for a necklace or something.
Maybe something that looks like an elf, something elfish.
It just has to be pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, so can I pick up a trinket for 25 gold?
You can. When you head back to the general store and sort of describe what you're looking for, he eventually comes up with a very lovely mother of pearl comb for one's hair.
Oh, okay.
That costs that much.
All right. So, yeah, I'll pick that in, and I'll reduce what we got from Jim. If it's a group thing, so especially. All right. Just doing math. Okay.
I didn't realize you had this spell. This is cool.
Well, I just got it because we leveled up.
Yeah.
But I have to prepare it.
Question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity occurred within 7 days. Has it been 7 days since
we saw that guy?
Since we saw that guy?
It's basically like, no, not
Almost?
like that. Not like that. No, it's basically like if we do this, what consequence it will have within the next 7 days.
To occur within 7 days, I see, yeah. You ask a single question concerning a specific event or activity to occur in 7 days. So we could ask where a creepy
elf guy
is going to be.
So we can meet him. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So, yeah, we could, if we think about how to word it correctly, if I can sleep and prepare it, I can cast it tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So ask a single question concerning a specific, let's say, event to occur within 7 days. So we could ask maybe what's the first city he will be in within the next 7 days. Or does someone have a better suggestion?
Well, is that an event?
If a person arrives in a city, I think that's an event.
Well, I mean, we could also ask for a goal. So we could ask, like...
Where would we go if we wanted to meet him in the next 7 days?
Yeah. Or what is his destination might be considered a goal.
Yeah, but okay.
I think it has to be us. I'm not sure.
Well, it says
it's very vague. A single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity. It doesn't say anything about the cast, like something that affects the caster necessarily. It just says a specific goal, event, or activity.
Okay.
So we could, I guess depending on how we interpret goal.
Or activity, like to arrive in a city. I think is an activity.
Yeah. So depends on how that gets defined. But I would say, like what city is he going to be in?
Yeah. I guess I'll just have to describe the elf that's been talking bad about us and following us, or shadowing us, I should say.
Yeah, he seems to be ahead of us most of the time. So
All right.
maybe we'll get ahead of him this time.
Yes, finally. All right. So should we go back to the inn, get a room, get rooms?
Yeah. Once you bought your
rooms.
fancy comb.
Yep. Ooh, all set to go. Yeah. You're muted, Chrissy, just so you know.
Sorry.
That's okay. I hope you weren't talking while we were deciding. We missed it. We weren't ignoring
at the very end, I started to talk. So you head back to the tavern. Your friend is there. He is actually, quite a few people have come in, and they're just sort of. It seems like the community has come together to give him a little bit of cheer. They're ordering up some food for, and they're ready to go. So getting some drinks. People are partying. It's a festive kind of thing.
Is this a guy who really was not too hot on us when we first got into town? If I remember.
Yeah, he wasn't really thrilled.
We always win people over. They start out not liking us, but we win them over.
Yeah. So he offers you a pint of ale.
I half like I begrudgingly accepted, mainly just so I can like the slight hangover I have at the moment can go away.
Just drink it very slowly.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was gonna say I'm gonna make a decision for reverence here and say that we play a little duet.
Yes, performance.
Right. Because I think that's a very reverence thing to do.
You can get out your pipe, Erasmus.
Yeah.
Maybe some smoking will help. I'll just enjoy the performance.
So
hopefully.
roll performance, whoever's doing it, and I'll roll for reverence.
Oh, did I click it twice? I clicked it twice. Sorry. 9 was the first one, which is way better than the 3 I got the second time.
Okay.
I'm not even proficient in it. God, just do it. My character sheet told me to get an instrument, so might as well use it for something.
So you do the best you can, and you're able to squeak out something like a tune, but luckily reverence is quite practiced, and soon the whole place is filled with music and people are singing and clapping along. Yeah, that's about it.
All right, is it time for us to get dinner and call it a night? And
are we gonna do it tomorrow morning then? Get our
because I need to prepare it.
Okay.
Anyway, so get a long rest in.
Somebody is brought in because he's not actually a person who usually does food, but somebody has brought in like some big, almost like tins of food in it. There's some chicken and onions. There's what looks like a meatball kind of thing going on in one place with the sauce on it. There's some buns. So you're able to squeak out some food, and he doesn't charge you anything. After a while, he sends you up to your bed. Since you did offer, 2 of you will end up in the charred room, and another 2 will end up in a non-charred room.
Yay!
I'm in the non-charred room. If you're not here to object, you have to sleep with Erasmus in the charred room. That's the rule.
All right, well,
He's a tiefling.
Yeah. True.
as you sleep, can everybody but Elspeth kind of take off their headphones or whatever so that they don't hear the next bit? Because I'm no good at making it so that you can't hear.
Yeah. Sounds good.
I'm excited.
All right. So, Elspeth, you start to have a dream. And in your dream, you're a little girl again. You feel the familiar pangs of hunger that you often had, as you never had in your family enough to eat or enough to go around. They're dirty clothes that you wear. And you remember going to the church where you used to go and learn about your goddess. You remember the wizened face of the priestess who taught you so many things when you were a child and gave you education. And you remember her sort of talking to you and telling you about how in this world the gods expect those that follow them to always be the one to find their own answers and to seek out and give honor to them in their lives. And then the woman looks at you and she says, Elspeth, have you noticed something about the creatures you fought lately? And you sort of rummage through your mind. You think of the mummies and the Merrick and all of the different creatures, the eye of the demon prince. And it seems to you start to sort of pull together that you have met a lot of demonic or abyssal creatures specifically. She reaches out to you and says, have you noticed this? And has it occurred to you to wonder why the demons would be coming for us all? Perhaps the world is ending. Perhaps it will end soon. That's all right, though. Everything ends someday. And then you wake up.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, all right. All right, come back. I'll type back to the group.
Okay.
All right, wait for R&D.
Okie dokes.
All right. Okay. I need to process for a little bit.
Okay.
So.
Well, it is the middle of the night, so.
Okay. All right. So I guess Elspeth doesn't get back to sleep. She just sort of spends the night, or the rest of the. Hopefully, she got enough sleep to prepare a spell. But otherwise, she's gonna kind of think about what she's dreamt.
Yep. She. The rest of the night does go by. And yes, you do get just enough sleep that you are able to have a full rest, even though it was a rather fitful rest. It was still there, so. So then morning rises. What do y'all do?
Well, we were gonna cast the spell in the morning.
Yes.
So
we can
maybe
figure
do
out
it
how to find our store.
Yeah, maybe in the unburnt room. Maybe. Maybe better.
Yeah,
Smell
probably
nicer.
in the upper room.
Yeah, so you guys come visit us. So she gets out her stuff and starts to prepare. Elizabeth starts to prepare her spell, but she's just like, it's a little bit like knocking things over, and her mind is kind of fluttered. And she says, "Okay, before we start, I have to, like, it might be nothing, but I had a dream last night."
Okay. About what?
Well, I guess it was about my childhood, and there's lots of things about it that are kind of foggy, but there's some stuff that I really remember because it made sense. And maybe it was my, unconscious mind, or maybe it was a visit from my goddess, but whatever. If you think about the things that we've been fighting, a lot of them have connections to the abyssal. Different kinds of beasts and demons, and the woman that really sort of introduced me and put me on my path of Suma reminded me, or was saying that, asking why is it that these beings are coming up here now, and maybe it is the end of the world. I don't know, maybe it was just seeing the people we fought, or we were restrained yesterday, but yes, it was kind of a disturbing dream.
So what do you mean asking why? Like,
well,
why is it that all? I'm assuming what you mean is that why is all these like scary things popping up?
Yeah, I mean, it's tied to the corruption. I mean, but why is the corruption linking to this in particular?
maybe the only way to find out, I guess, would be to go towards the corruption.
Well, I think the whole point of gathering these weapons is to be able to do that, so we don't want to do it precipitously.
Well, no. The reason we're gathering the weapons were so they didn't fall into the hands of the Dragonborns.
Yeah, but also if we need them.
True.
We might need them. And considering how Nettie told us that we might need to save things. Save the world.
Yep.
Yeah, he did tell us that.
So, yeah, that's why I'm having a hard time concentrating on the elf. Unless the elf is connected somehow. I mean, somebody's got to be sending him around and keeping an eye on us. Maybe they're connected.
I was going to guess it's probably the bleeding book. Those bleeding book guys.
They were elfish.
Yeah, they're the elf nationalists, so we did kind of kill one of them.
Yeah. Well, I guess he's probably a good lead. So now that I've got that, now that we've talked that out, and also might have to start doing more research on how to fight creatures from there.
You burn them.
Okay, well, that's handy.
You can burn those things.
Yeah, lots of things start on fire. So, all right, with her new 7th level, Elspeth is going to cast divination.
Okay. You set up the ritual. It takes get everything, your incense going, and yeah, you put out your sacrificial offering and ask your question.
Which is going to be, oh, Suma, you're so lovely. I was wondering if I could ask for a little bit of guidance. There's a elf that's been pursuing us, speaking poorly of us, trying to get in our way. And the question we'd like to ask is, what's the first city that he will arrive in the next 7 days?
You feel a warm glow swirling around you as a sort of golden light appears in front of you. And you hear, you'll find him in Skygard.
Oh, thank you, blessed one. I hope you like the comb. I did.
You feel her smile rather than.
Yeah. All right. Well, I turn to my party and say, Skygard.
Okay.
I'm glad he's not on the other side of the continent. But then again, neither are we.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, I like this plan.
All right. Well then, is there anything here that we need to wait for? Can we leave?
We saw horses somewhere that we probably haven't fed in like 2 days.
Well, we stabled them, right?
Oh yeah, we did stable.
So we probably just need to pay for it.
Mm-hmm. Did we need another horse? Did we lose a horse? We lost a horse. We lost a dog.
That was it. Yes.
We still have the horses.
Yeah, Erasmus is still riding with Dave.
Yeah. So we probably need another dog and or a small horse.
Yes. So yes, can we go to collect our rides, our whips?
Yep.
Do you want to try to find a horse/dog?
No, I can just ride on. It's purely for transportation. There's no point in getting another.
You say that, but I don't know how Dave feels. Sure, Dave hates us.
So, are they going to charge us for the stable time?
Probably.
Yeah, they charge you 5 silver.
Okay. Oh, I've got silver there. Okay, now we've got 9 silver. I'm just paying that from the kitty too.
Fair enough.
Okay. All right. Yes. So off we go to Skygard.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you are here-ish.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a pretty straight shot north. A couple of days. Well, northwest, but mostly north. A couple days journey. And we can just go and say bump, and then you get to Skygard, or we can do the whole travel thing. Either way is good with me.
You guys want to fight? Well, at least have the chance to fight something tonight before the session ends, or do you want to get there? Yeah. Okay.
I think makes sense. Like we're traveling along like a path, like a road alongside of sea where there's pirates. Yeah.
Well,
if there's the possibility of danger, we should let the possibility play out.
Okay. So roll a D100, somebody.
Okay, I'll do that. That is a 42. So the only number that matters.
Life, the universe, and everything.
42, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Give me a second.
I hope it's spiders.
Spiders? Is that what you said?
It's just a random joke.
So when we get to Skygard, which is a pretty good sized town, we should go to some sort of like alchemist or somebody, because I need the fur of a bloodhound, and then I can cast locate creature.
Oh, fur of a bloodhound.
That's so.
Now that Chrissy has me looking into my spell components, I'm like,
yeah,
doing deep dives. Oh.
A
lot of them are holy symbols. Happily, a lower level makes sense, but
Great, my computer is being weird.
Oh, that's all right.
Hang on.
Looks like a computer's main job is being weird.
I thought it was to compute things.
Sometimes actually, I find it faster to just use my mobile phone.
Yeah, I don't have that right here.
Oh,
so.
yeah, fair enough.
All right. Here we go.
It's okay. It reminds me of growing up. That's I had a younger
All right.
brother.
Yeah. It sounds like my sister and I fighting right
Exactly, like I had a younger brother. I still do, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I can relate.
All right. As you travel for the first day, it's fairly uneventful until you get to a little place where the path, the road rather, sort of forks off and there's a smaller path. And you see feet sticking out of the weeds around the smaller path.
Okay.
Who wants to go look at that? We have a bird that can send messages to people.
Yeah.
And we could have sent a message to the Candlewick Society.
Oh, but it's only 12-hour flight.
Yeah, you can only.
Oh, it's 12 hours. Okay, sorry. Well, it has nothing to do with the feet.
Yeah, you can't travel that far.
Okay.
No, but we could let them know when we were coming if we were half a day out. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry, we're seeing feet? I was typing
feet in a bush.
Yes. Feet in a bush.
Well, one maybe the sneakiest person should go.
Gone over and check out the feet on the bush.
All right.
It's one of those walking.
You can roll stealth.
Stealthy.
I mean, they probably already know we're here.
18.
Okay, so you find a dead body lying in the bush.
Oh, they don't know. Already know we're here.
Oh, they don't know.
What's it dead from? Can you see?
I don't know. You can come
look.
here.
What
right.
kind of?
Come here.
I'll go over and have a look.
Thing.
I'll see if I can diagnose a cause of death. Is that a medicine?
What what does it look like? Is it like what race are we talking? What gender?
Okay.
What sex?
You see a female elf with blue robes, clutching a scroll in her hand.
Oh. Can I try to see if I can determine the cause of death?
Sure, you could roll medicine or investigate. Oh, all right. You know exactly how she died.
Nailed it.
In fact, you know every injury she's sustained for the past month before she died.
I turn into Brother Cadfile from it.
You see as you're looking there that she has been cut with a dagger through her stomach and up towards her chest.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Oh, poor thing.
The blue robes, do they look like ceremonial or like they're anything special?
You could roll history or arcana.
I'm gonna roll arcana then. 22.
These remind you of either a sorcerer or a magic user's robes. You tend to think these just look like the kinds of robes that they wear a lot.
Well,
I'm gonna grab the scroll and see what that is.
Okay. Does anyone speak Elven?
I
do.
Yeah.
I would presume the half-elf speaks Elven.
Yes.
You see Nimue is not as she seems. Find her.
Nimue?
You've heard roll intelligence?
Okay, hold on a second.
You've heard that name before. It is the name of the prophetess of the cult you keep running into.
Oh.
I explained that to the party. And it says it's not who she seems?
Yep.
Interesting. Well, anyone have any other ideas or suggestions or? I mean, other than burying her.
We probably should. Seems like a nice thing.
We could always just cremate her.
I don't have time to build a pyre.
That's a lot of work.
No, it's not. I can literally do it in 6 seconds.
You can start a fire, not a pyre. Pyres are like
huge. You get really hot.
Okay. I can. It's not a whole lot. Like it would take time, but it wouldn't like. It's not a lot of work.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
What is Reverence?
Logs to chop down. Sorry.
What's Reverence saying?
Reverence basically bends down and puts his hand on your mouth, Erasmus, and says, "No, we will bury the woman."
Fine.
And he begins to dig.
We all chip in.
Yeah. You are able to get a trench dug, and he puts some flowers on top and covers up the body and says a few words.
Yeah. We all take a moment and then think. Is there anything where she was laying? Anything underneath where she was found?
Roll investigation.
Okay. Did that go or not? I can't tell. I'm gonna roll it a second time. Let's see. Oh, there we go.
Okay. There are some footprints that that give you the idea that she was probably tussling with one other person, and the footprints are quite larger than a human's anyway, or another elf's.
Okay, I point this out to the party, and they went to take a look. Otherwise, I think we head out.
Maybe just keep an eye out to make sure that
big-footed men.
Yeah.
Or big-footed whatever creatures.
Yeah, don't get. Yeah, they might still be here or be around.
All right. Well, okay. We'll head off again.
All right. So you head north. I'm guessing that you stop. You do your regular things. You camp.
Yeah.
So why don't you roll me a D100 for the next day?
Okay.
I want to tell you something. You're like baby hive.
Doop-a-doop.
It's saying well.
Well, roll 20, you know. It's
But it's taking a while.
yeah, that's all right. You know, it's a lovely day, by the way. You hear children running around.
I have actual dice. I can roll like actual.
Yeah, why don't you just get out? It would be faster to just roll a physical dice at this point.
Jeez, okay, it's taking for fucking ever.
Are you sure you clicked it?
It has, roll 20 has been behaving very weird.
20.
Yeah.
20, all right.
But now we've got our speedy dice.
Yeah.
I roll perception.
Everyone? Or
Yeah, or anyone who thinks they would be keeping an eye out.
oh, I don't trust Erasmus's perception, so I'm going to
Okay.
That's fair.
Guys, there's a boat coming our way.
You should bury her on a boat.
Both of you, at a certain point, get the heebie-jeebies, the feeling that like someone is watching you from off the road as you walk forward.
Well, are you feeling that, Cat? The hairs on the back of your neck sticking up?
Mm-hmm.
What? What?
Should
Is there something?
Yeah,
we should let Erasmus go on his own. Oh,
It just feels like we're being watched. It feels like we're not alone out here. And it's not like it's one spot. It's just like it's moving with us.
Hmm. No.
Well,
should we try to find them before they catch up to us?
Can we have a look around the location to see if there's like, are we near woods? Are we an open plain?
You're near woods at this point.
Okay, how far? Okay, well, I guess we don't have. Do we have a map with us? Do we know like how much farther the woods is before? Because it seems like right around here it starts to get clearer, and whoever. So I'm not quite sure where we are, relative to Skyguard here.
You're definitely getting closer. From what you gather, in maybe a half a day's journey, you will be out in the open again, or at least it's kind of like snowy and hilly, but there won't be like forest around you.
Yeah, I think we make double time get there. We can't be watched from secreted places.
Okay, so you head out going faster than your normal pace.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to play in my Minecraft?
And
Just wait for me, okay?
the feeling keeps going. Even as you break out into places where nobody could be watching you from like anywhere in particular, you just have this feeling like somebody is just peeking in at you.
All right.
No.
Let's see.
Am I starting to feel it too?
Meta game wise, someone's probably scrying us.
I was just thinking, if I cast Dispel Magic, would that do anything?
I think you have to like target a specific thing, don't you?
Yeah, not just a space. Okay.
Am I starting to feel it too, or?
Roll perception.
Nope.
No, you don't know what these guys are up to. You're fine.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we're being scryed upon. As opposed to spied upon. Yeah, and I can't...
Unless you have like an anti-scrying or whatever.
No, I'd have to prepare clairvoyance, but even then I don't even know what that would do. It wouldn't counter it at all.
All right. It gets colder and colder as you go forward, and you start to worry that that it might start snowing a bit overnight. Because it's got that, that like cold stillness right before a snowstorm hits.
Yeah, where the air's like weirdly crispy.
Yeah, it's that feeling to it. So you could either choose to like try to camp out.
Well, we have a climate control hut.
At least for the night.
Not the horses, but you could potentially.
Oh yeah, the horses and the
And Dave.
I can sleep in it too.
We can. I think it's. I don't think
It's not big enough for that. No.
Or could we walk through the night?
That seems more dangerous than. Well, I don't know what is more dangerous.
I mean, I would also assume that horses would start to get tired.
Mm-hmm.
Well, even if they just stood and rest, we could take rests, but just like not lie down and try to fall asleep in this cold. I mean, I'm okay because I've got my cool boots.
Well, we would all be okay because if we use tiny hut, we would just have to like make sure the horses are all right.
Yeah.
I guess you could build a big fire.
I mean, I was gonna do that anyway.
He knows we have an AC hut, but he's still going to build a big fire for it.
Yeah.
Even if you have look, even if you're like you're indoors and having like you don't need it, having a fire going is still cozy.
I can't argue with that logic.
Okay, so we're worried about snow on top of God. We really didn't come prepared for snow stuff. Because I'm probably still wearing shorts and a t-shirt. Because
I've got my boots of the Winterland, so I can tolerate temperatures as low as minus 50 degrees.
Jesus.
And I have a resistance to cold damage.
Wow.
So lucky me.
Well, I can have resistance to cold damage for 20 minutes.
That's cool. All right. So, do we want
build a fire and hope for the best tomorrow? Yeah. But very much to pay attention to building a fire.
Okay.
Part.
If you want, I can leave my boots at the door, and people can go outside in the boots. Come back indoors.
Aren't they attunement?
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm joking.
Yeah. So somebody's gonna have to stay outside and when we switch guards or whatever, we can watch his.
The guard just has to keep the fire going so that the horse is all right.
Isn't it a 1 hour attunement? Is there? But you can't do anything else while you attune to it. Is that the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we keep a fire big enough for horses, it'll be fine.
It'll be warm enough.
Yeah. I'll get a fire going.
Yeah. And Erasmus and I can literally just carry fire around with us.
Yeah.
Like we can just hold fire. Or at least I can just hold fire.
I've got Sacred Flame too.
I can make don't worry, I can make fire.
Why don't you roll perception, anybody?
Not you. Me.
I wasn't gonna.
I'm just giving you a hard time. I'm sorry. Perception. Watch me fluff it. There we go. Yeah.
It takes you a while, but you do find an area where the horses will probably be at least somewhat protected, where you could probably build a fire nearby, and it wouldn't be, even if it snows, it wouldn't necessarily immediately go out.
Okay. And then that is what we do. Should we do watches then?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that somebody's always awake to keep the fires going.
Yeah. I can take first.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take first watch. Okay.
I give you a few hints on how to keep the fire going in these conditions.
Okay, thanks. Yeah. Cool. Keep it toasty and warm. Perception check, I take it?
Yeah, and I'll have you roll a d6.
And a d6. Okay.
All right. You don't really see anything much going on during the night. However, the snow does start, and you notice that the fire is starting to dwindle.
Okay. Well, I think I'm going to wake up Erasmus then for second watch, whoever was supposed to be for next, because he's one of the fire masters. So when it's time for me to tap out, yeah.
I'll get the fire going again.
All right. Roll perception.
Oh, is that a tornado alarm? Tornado siren? I have a tornado siren going off.
Oh. Do you need to go?
I don't know. Let me check my phone. But that is a tornado siren. My wife's probably gonna make me go somewhere, but I think I'm fine.
I didn't realize you guys were under a tornado watch right there.
Me neither. I probably should have checked my phone earlier. Tornado warning in effect for Bellevue.
It's odd. I had a tomato.
Tomato warning.
I had a tomato.
Some people are allergic to them.
I had a tornado warning yesterday. Must be the season. Yeah, you see, you're really only looking at the fire and making sure that that's so. Anything short of a marching band coming on, you're not really going to notice, but
it's fine.
But you do manage to keep. I'm not even going to have you roll to keep the fire going. You're on top of that. So,
All right.
Uh,
I mean, I can literally cast a spell to like get it started for a minute. So.
All right. Are you going to wake up Blue or
Blue?
All right. Blue, you can roll perception and a d6 for me.
Perception 21.
All right.
And a 6.
Okay. So you are wide awake, looking at every, sound. That bugging feeling of being watched is still kind of, it's not there anymore, but it annoyed you. It got you nerved up so that you're just keeping your eye on everything. But luckily, nothing much seems to happen. A few times you see what you assume to be the night watch go by, but they don't seem to take any notice of you. Yep. The weather, though, does tend to pick up, and at some point, the horses start neighing, and they sort of bump into a tree, which lets loose a bunch of snow, which falls on the fire and puts the fire out.
Oh. Well, that's annoying.
And as you look at the wood, you can see it's wet now. It's gross.
Oh.
God damn it.
Dude. Okay. Well, I'll let Erasmus sleep a little bit. Let's look around for some... God, there's probably not any dry wood anywhere now. At all. I guess I don't need all that much sleep to get this. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find some dryish wood to rebuild the fire.
Roll investigation.
All right, dryish wood.
Or nature. You could do either one.
Which one am I better at? Neither.
They're the same. They're both intelligence. So
yeah, but I wasn't sure if I had proficiency in one or the other.
No, you don't see crap. All you see is wet wood and wet ground and snow.
All right. Well, you all ain't getting enough sleep tonight because I can only probably keep a little area warm. So, I'm just waking everyone up. This is an emergency. You all are getting woken up.
Seriously? Just wake me up.
No, all of you.
Just don't wake me up. I go out and I cast Create Bonfire and start tossing.
I look at what's happening and I go back to sleep.
Tossing bits of it's wet wood, but I'm gonna keep it going until the fire is started again.
You're able to do that. It takes probably 20 minutes. Reverence keeps giving Blue the eye, no, I didn't really need to be woken up for this. Exactly.
I only know how to make little fires, not big fires.
Yes, but Erasmus. I mean, the one thing he can do better than anyone else is make fire. That's the one thing he's good at.
I was a bit annoyed when I got woken up for it, but now that I get to create the fire, I'm perfectly fine with it.
Oh yeah, you're happy as anything.
Yeah.
Elsbeth,
fire.
Elsbeth shouts from inside. Reverence does have a point.
I mean, it's gonna be your watch anyway. So,
yeah. Indeed.
Right, well, I'm assuming you didn't put it out at the very end of your watch.
I don't know when it got put out. It's still gonna be his watch next. I didn't say it was gonna be right now.
Right.
Well,
Says much.
after some time passes, he's like, "Oh, just go to sleep." And so he is going to.
And I go to sleep as well after I calm down.
Yeah. Sorry. He does not see anything going on for the rest of the night. Let's roll the d6. The fire does okay when he's on it. He's, he keeps like pushing it around and nudging it, and eventually, it's warm enough and keeps going well enough. So, and then you all wake up in the next morning.
All right, let's saddle up, and we'll probably hit the city today.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
All right. So you head in, and you find yourselves at the gates of Skygird by probably around noonish. They are heavily guarded. There are quite a few people even around the outside of the walls. It's very, how do you put it? It's just a very busy, cosmopolitan area. People coming and going, a lot of noise, a lot of activity.
I'm gonna put my hood up. I'm not gonna cast disguise up, but I am gonna put my hood up and keep my head down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
There is a line of people who want to go in through the gate, and there's also just a lot of people milling about.
So we're outside, we see the line and the milling, and that's as far as we've gotten, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Elspeth turns to the party and says, okay, look, we don't know, the elf tends to trash talk us or try to put us down. I don't know what's going to happen, but we did find this note about the end of the world cult, and these people really don't like the end of the world cult people. So I'm thinking we talk to the guards and say we have information that we found on the road and see how high up the chain of command we can go, give them the information and see if we can kind of ingratiate ourselves a little bit. Maybe they'll have some intel on the dark elf, possibly. If nothing else, it'll get us on the good side of the city guard.
Yeah.
That's
and it
true.
might, in case he's said anything has been trash talking us, it might ease that up a bit.
Yeah, it's worth a try. We've got the intel. We don't know what to do with it, so might as well.
Yeah.
Right.
I like it.
If we're all in agreement, then we can
Up to the
queue
guard.
up. Yep, get in line.
All right, so I guess my
Good
question,
one.
we've been going pretty much a couple hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do we want to stop here and pick up when the rest of you?
Yeah. This feels like it's an important.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
To not have all the impulsive people make decisions.
Yeah, and have the actual face of the party be him.
Well, I'm the face of the party in this place.
All right.
I don't know how they are in tieflings. All right, well, yeah. So yeah, a lot of fun. Thanks, everyone. I'll before we kind of have our own private send off, I will say thanks. By the way, for Awkward Pasta stopping by in the chat, who wrote, "It's tied to the corruption," and then writes with asterisks around it, looks straight into the camera and winks.
That sounds exactly like her.
Yeah. So thanks for watching, and check back on what's either going to be another Underdark episode or a high-powered fighting role-playing game. We'll see how things go next week. And back here next Saturday. So goodbye from me and goodbye from the party. The whole that includes the DM. So goodbye, party.
Goodbye, party.
Goodbye, party.
You didn't ask us to say goodbye. Party.
Oh, say goodbye. Oh, sorry. Say goodbye, party.
Goodbye, party.
Goodbye, party.
Apparently, suck at Simon Says.
There you go.